Hey, what's up, y'all? Was popping this D. About to react to this vid by Spill Sesh. This is NIKOCADO Avocado is Crazy, and people can't look away. Okay, we're gonna see what shenanigans he's up to these days. I really hope he gets it together because he is getting really obese, and this is not gonna end well if he keeps this up. I don't think it's worth it to do this on YouTube just for a check when your health is declining day by day. But, you know, sure, let's see what's going on with him now. Let's watch.
Just when you thought NIKOCADO Avocado couldn't get any crazier, well, you were wrong.
I saw this clip on a compilation.
Over the years, Nick has worried fans as people feel like he was all about the money and prioritized that over his health. And I mean, he's not shying away from the fact that that's a real fact, especially in the new video series that he's been doing with a YouTuber named Caleb.
You might as well give this to me now.
I've seen him before.
It's years in the making.
Look at his stomach.
Years in the making. There should be 55 $20 bills there. That's $1,100. I can't count that much. Okay.
Caleb is Oopaville on YouTube, and he told Nick that he would pay him a lot of money and fly him out if Nick would make videos with him. Nick took the deal and paid Caleb a visit, and over the last week, the two of them have made several videos together documenting this money bag trip.
Ah! The stomach!
It's like a video.
The
like
jiggle!
A video.
Did y'all see that?
Several
It like it was separated from his body.
His money bag trip.
I don't know what's going on.
This is
It's like a video, like a NIKOCADO Avocado video in literally real life. He's off-roading.
Oh my god.
Caleb ended up making several videos on his YouTube channel that reached millions of views, where he's showing Nick arriving in his house, them hanging out, him making Nick do crazy things, and them sitting down to do an interview. This is something that Ethan Klein wanted to do a while back with Nick on H3, but they couldn't come to an agreement. It was a whole drama of them going back and forth because Ethan claimed Nick was demanding to be paid too much, and he had a bunch of other requests as well, and Nick didn't want that information to be aired out online, and he also didn't like a lot of the things that Ethan had recently said about him at the time, so Nick didn't end up getting on his flight and coming to meet Ethan. Ethan lost out on money because he couldn't get refunded for that plane ticket, and
he
felt like that made Nick look very bad, but he didn't care. He wasn't going. He didn't feel comfortable going, and that's
his right.
He did end up making up, but no collab has been planned for the future. And it kind of seems like that whole idea of them getting together might have actually inspired Caleb to maybe possibly reach out to Nick and get his needs met in order to make a video together. Because this wasn't some normal collab. They weren't going to be in the same city and meet up and just
eat some healthy food, some salad.
He wanted to do an investigative series. He wanted to meet Nick. He wanted to experience Nick. He wanted to immerse himself in the whole experience. Caleb honestly must have offered a lot of money because he made multiple videos, like I said, with Nick, and it seemed like he really wanted to experience Nick as Nick the character, and that was a big reason why Ethan and Nick were not getting along, because Ethan really wanted Nick to come on H3 and be interviewed as himself and not this character that he puts on, and I just don't think that Nick was comfortable doing that. And in this situation, it seems like Caleb was all for it, as long as they could get some content made together, and content is what they did. So in their first video together titled It's Your Fault, Caleb is introducing this whole idea that he had to invite Nick to his house, and they oddly seem to be the perfect pair. Caleb is extremely chill in these videos, and he is just embracing everything that Nick is throwing his way. And Nick is obviously being his very dramatic self as usual, and Caleb somehow manages to get him to sit down for an interview, and he's kind of asking some hard-hitting questions here. Like, he asked Nick why he decided to not be a vegan anymore.
When did you change your outlook on veganism? Because you were a vegan for a long time. And what caused you to not be vegan? Because you're kind of the opposite now. I won't be rude.
Well, my health was spiraling out of control. I couldn't tie my shoes. I would get winded, out of breath. I couldn't go up the stairs. I was running low on iron and zinc and calcium. I couldn't absorb any.
Low-key, I have heard a lot of people say this on YouTube who were like vegans and they just stopped doing it, and they was like, yeah, my health was declining. Yeah, my hair was falling out. A couple people I can think of off the top of my head. Natural 85. She's like a natural hair YouTuber. She said that her hair was falling out and shit. Her health was declining. She stopped veganism. Vegan hustle. He wasn't that popular, but he like used to build muscle and like he was a strict vegan for some years. He recently put out a video, said that he quit it. This other chick who was like big, I used to watch. She had a really annoying voice. No shade. That was unnecessary for me to add, actually. But I'm trying to think of her name. I'm trying to describe her. Eden. Her name was not was. She's still on YouTube, I'm sure. I don't watch her no more. Her name is Eden. Eden Loves Life or Eden something like that. She also was a vegan for like over a decade, I feel like, for a very long time. She even had a vegan tattoo and everything. Not no hat, I'm pretty sure she still got it. She has a vegan tattoo and everything. And she was like really dedicated to the lifestyle. Her whole channel was about it. All that. And then she came out like, nah, I'm not vegan anymore. Like, it's not good for my health. I was like, damn. So that is the thing. He's on some bullshit though. He clearly trolling. But he might not be trolling overall. He might have stopped veganism because he felt like his health was declining. But not because he couldn't tie his shoes and other stupid shit.
He also asked Nick about his break that he took earlier this year. Because if you guys remember, Nick took about a month off of YouTube at one point this year. And people were very nervous something very bad happens to him. Because Nick has always tried to post daily for so long. And for him to not post for a whole month without any notice was extremely worrisome to a lot of people, and he hadn't really addressed it, and so Caleb was trying to get those answers, and he said that he just needed some me time.
What do you have to say to all the channels that immediately thought you died when you took a break in July?
Sorry.
And what did you do over your break?
I just need some me time. Me, 1, 2, 3, and me. You know, I just need a little recharge. I didn't feel like talking to nobody.
And then asked Nick about his outrageous clickbait, since he's been called out for the extremeness of it, and Nick defends it by saying it isn't actually clickbait at all.
Your next video topic, right? Like, oh, he's going to be disabled. And then you tie that in.
I am disabled.
Right, and then that's what I'm saying there. What's the next? Is it death, you think? Really?
I don't know. I don't clickbait. Did I break my rib? Yeah. Do I have diabetes? Yeah. Did I get a hernia? Yeah. Can I barely bend over and tie my shoes? Yeah. Do I need help going on the toilet? Yes.
As you continue to eat hot Cheetos.
There's nothing clickbait about me. My husband beats me? Yes. I don't even want to know. I stopped being vegan? Yeah. I worry about my nutrients sometimes? Yeah. What's clickbaited?
True. Okay.
And truly, I don't know how Caleb managed to not just bust out laughing during some of the points of this interview.
That is anger.
Nick manages to stay in character most of the time throughout this video. I mean, we're used to seeing him put on this very dramatic act where he's throwing tantrums, and he isn't shy about recording or using the bathroom on camera mid-meal. But every now and then, he does kind of break character in his videos and get real with people, especially if he's doing like a Q&A. I do feel like those videos have been less frequent, but this video, people were really trying to point out and find the times that Caleb was able to get Nick to crack his character, and there were so many people in the comments that were like, it was this time, he cracked here, here, and here.
Sometimes I take my finger and I press my belly button, and I just...
It's because no one touches you.
Karen, her name is Karen.
Her name's Karen?
Mm-hmm.
How do you even know her name? That's weird.
She's my aunt. Are you aware that I am autistic?
It was definitely like a little game for people in the comments, and I think both of them tried to get each other to crack. Honestly, I think Nick was trying to make Caleb laugh, and Caleb was trying to get Nick to break character. And a lot of people feel like these two actually had a lot of fun hanging out, even when the cameras weren't filming. And Nick was truly himself. Just based on the few times that he did break character, people feel like he genuinely had a good time. Caleb later posted 2 more videos. One was titled, I Barely Made It Out Alive, where the 2 of them did a mukbang together and ate fire noodles, and they also did another video titled, I Forced Him to Watch TikTok. And you can tell in this video that Nick was definitely comfortable around Caleb at this point, and they were genuinely being real and having a good time together. He wasn't really in character for too much of it, and people loved it.
You look like you just ate some That's good.
That's what my scooter looks like right now.
Yeah.
That's the same.
Nick ended up posting a video on his own channel with Caleb where Caleb agreed to pay Nick $10,000 if he could finish all of the Takis in front of him in a set amount of time. And when I say Nick went crazy mode, he went crazy mode on these Takis.
It's 10 minutes.
I don't want to see.
And if I can finish all of the food in 10 minutes, I get $10,000 from you. True. And go.
He must got a lot of money. Apparently. I feel like I've seen his face before, though. That is...
And it was a sight to see just how invested he was to getting the bag.
You're pretty good.
He was trying to rack up Caleb's bill, that is for sure. But I will say that Caleb paying Nick all this money has surely benefited him a ton. Like I said, these videos got millions of views. And people have just been so fascinated to see this other side of Nick where he's not in the same setting as usual, which is his home. People were just loving it, commenting things like, don't get it twisted. These 2 know what they're doing, and they're comedic geniuses. The fact that Caleb and Nick are unironically a great and entertaining duo makes me question my existence. Why am I loving both of them together? They need to do a whole series together. Maybe not eating, but they definitely need to be doing YouTube together. I love how Nick's chaotic energy mixed with Caleb's flat expression makes it seem like Dwight and Jim from The Office. Honestly, this collaboration is so wholesome. And I honestly will say the whole thing was very entertaining to watch. I mean, they really did that for money and made sure it was going to pay off. I think they also developed a nice friendship, and I feel like after how profitable it was for both of them to do this collab, they will probably be doing it again in the future, and people are literally requesting it too. It's really changed people's views on Nick as well, and people really seem to actually like him now, and they think he's funny, especially with Caleb. I mean, people were saying things at the end of like all the videos that Caleb has posted saying, this series has single-handedly improved Nick's reputation in a matter of days. It's insane. People went from dunking on this man to being incredibly positive towards him. It's wild. Nick is so funny when he's out of character. He genuinely seems super chill. He's a great actor. I never thought I'd actually gained this much respect for Nico. It's crazy how he was originally not liked by Caleb's audience, and now they actually like him and are requesting to see him more. This whole thing has just been so random, and I just can't believe it. I mean, these videos were crazy, and I need to know if you guys have been watching them, and if you guys have been paying attention to this little series, and what you guys think about these 2 making videos together, and the fact that, you know, Nick will do some crazy things for money. He will go and meet up with strangers if he is going to get a nice check. Luckily, it paid off, but crazy. So,
listen, Nick is gonna get to the bag by any means necessary. Whether he gotta, you know, expose his booty hole on OnlyFans, I'm still traumatized by that. I can't believe somebody sent me that. Like, sent me this man's booty hole to look at on Instagram. Why would you do that to me? I'm still scorned by that image. Anyway, he's gonna get to the bag however he can, okay? But I'm glad that people are starting to view him in a more positive light. Hopefully, you know, that continues so that he can drop this character overall and just be himself. It sucks that he has to play this character in order for people to like him and to watch him. Well, not like him, but in order to pay attention to him. You know, it's like they're watching a train wreck, so he's feeding into that. But it's really detrimental to his health. So I hope that, you know, he can eventually just be himself and like go on like a weight loss journey. That would be super dope. If he like went on a weight loss journey and been like, hey y'all, I'm done trolling y'all. This is me, like, follow me on this journey, and then he gets super ripped. Like, that would be super dope. I would watch that for sure. But yeah, it's just weird seeing him and his stomachs and chins, you know, everywhere. Hopefully he takes his health serious one day. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think, though. Let me know what other videos you're going to watch, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye!